Now that's the intellectual and behavioral part of love. I want to share with you a heart level of love. So a handful of us were in Greece this past summer, and we were walking around, and we were walking through Ephesus. Ephesus is not in Greece, but it's that far away, and so we went there anyway. It's so beautiful. And we had an unexpected treat in Greece, and that's my friend Samuel. You guys know Samuel probably. Samuel oftentimes stands back there, maybe with Richard hanging out back there. And Samuel is a part of our body. He's a young man with Downs, and so he does different things than someone without that would do. And so when we were in Greece, that he would walk with us and eat with us, and he was just like anybody else, but he had his own special particular way. Like we all have our own special particular way of behaving. He did too, and so he would hang out with us, and he always posed, and he always liked to wave to the camera. But there's something extra special that was unexpected. Over and over, we would walk a long ways, a long time, over and over and over. We would be walking down sidewalks and down rocky paths and walking upstairs, and there were about 4 of us men. I don't know how he picked the 4. There were about 4 of us men, and it's only the guys, really, that he would just come up and walk next to you and begin holding your hand. And so you would just hold his hand, and you would walk with Samuel, and then you go do something else, and do something, and then you'd sit, and he would come sit right next to you, have lunch with you, talk, joke around. He had a phrase that he, every day, about 50 times a day for a week. It's so funny. His phrase was, Amy Land carrots. Over and over. Amy Land carrots. I don't know why, but somehow he synced up Amy Land with carrots, and so we would all just laugh and laugh and laugh, because he is so unfiltered. He is so unburdened by the baggage that we have for love, that all of us have this burden and baggage and fear and insecurity that we can't display a lot of the love that we have for each other because of all the cultural baggage. And that's not wrong. It's okay. But it's so beautiful to see a young man who doesn't have that filter and doesn't have that baggage. That he is made, I truly believe he is made, as many Downs people are, with a really special gift of love. I truly believe that the Lord, in his wild, beautiful sovereignty, has made this particular culture of adults, of children, to know his love better than the rest of us. I don't know how or why, but he displays it. And we see a level of, I believe, God's love in and through Samuel that I wouldn't know this facet of God's love without Samuel. Even last week, they had a hard time. They had a family issue going on this past week. And so last Sunday, he came up to me and he told me that he needs prayer. And so I put my arm around him and we prayed for a while. And a few minutes later, he came up again, and Laura Lawton, his mom, who's back in the treehouse right now, was like, well, Samuel wants prayer. I'm like, well, I just prayed for him. He's like, no, Samuel wants more prayer. And so Carl Troyer and I just sat back there, and we huddled with him and held him with all 4 arms and just prayed with and over Samuel. What a gift of love that we have in this body. I'll just encourage you, if you don't know Samuel, he's not here this week. He'll be here next week. To know the love of God It's so unfiltered. God's love for us is so unburdened with no baggage. And I want us to know that we are cherished, you are secure, you are heard, you are valued.